Good morning, friends. Good day, wherever you are. This is Tracy Brown, your somatic nutrition therapist and attuned eating expert. And we are going to talk about when your life or when what you're struggling with feels like this big ball of yarn and you don't really know where to start. So in Monday's video, we talked about when things feel fuzzy and you know there's some work to do, or you know you have needs, but you just can't quite figure out what they are. This is a little bit of an offshoot of that, but I wanted to teach it in different angles so that you have multiple ways of seeing the situation you're in, let's say. And the ball of yarn metaphor is something I came up with a long time ago when people would first come to me and they say, I would listen to their stories, and, within usually a first session or two, I could pretty quickly tell, like, okay, so here's a body image thread, and here's maybe the body image thread was actually a little bit different than the fat phobia thread, and then here's the eating regularly thread and the food rules and relationship with others. And in my head I was identifying maybe 6 to 10 different things that I knew at some point we would need to work on. Now, some threads kind of go together, and once one goes, the other goes. Some of them need to be all looked at individually. The problem is that you're carrying all of that inside, and it can feel like one big ball, and I don't know where one ends or one begins, what feelings I have about what thing, and so people get stuck. And when people get stuck, eventually either they get frustrated and they shut down, or they just shut down, and nothing happens. So people often come to me like, well, I have depression and binge eating, and then that makes me want to stick with weight loss, because if I don't lose, if I don't restrict, then I can't control the binge eating, which is obviously the antithesis of recovery. You can't restrict our way out of any kind of struggles with health or weight in terms of purposeful weight loss. So what do we do instead if you feel like, I don't really know where to start, feeling overwhelmed? There are a couple of things. One, I really encourage you probably just need to talk it out and get some clarity about what direction would help the most things and help you pick basically the activity and the intention and the focus that makes the most sense in this season of your life, right? Number 2 is that co-regulation is so important to help you learn how to settle. What's co-regulation? That there's a safe something in your space with you to help you basically feel yourself, feel that you exist and that you're okay and all that. So it could be co-regulation with a safe other. It could be with nature, a pet, even just sitting here. If you're like, I don't know what to do, and you just sit here, hold this cup, and you pray. Whatever it is you do to help you get some quietness. And if the quiet brings up a whole bunch of stuff, that you probably need support, and or we need to ride a little bit of a wave to get to the other side of to the clarity, basically. The other thing is that I've had people do this who struggle with all kinds of things, whether it's executive functioning, basically kind of getting stuff done you want to get done. And oftentimes when we're not doing that, we're definitely in some kind of sympathetic response. And a thing that I often also have people do is to take a day and just map it out, hour by hour, what you're doing, what you're thinking about, what you're trying to focus on. And you want to see how much time is kind of being lost to the spinning or the shutdown, and then we can work hour by hour to help your system get back into some regulation. That's what I would do, especially if you're somebody's like, I don't have time XYZ to make the meals, cook the meals I need to, or get the groceries, or slow down and eat with somebody, or eat regularly. I hear all kinds of reasons, and it's like I can look at somebody's day and see where the dysregulation is just take up all the space. There's no space for a person to be in their own life. So we can clean all that up. So I hope this video gives you maybe some ideas to think about. What does my system need? What do I need to feel less too much, less overwhelmed? And then you can start to look at the next right step, if that makes sense. So thank you so much for watching. Please, if you need help, reach out. Don't be a lone wolf. Don't try to figure everything out yourself. There is support out there, whether individually or in the peaceful eating community. But again, don't let more time go by than is necessary to get the freedom and agency that you deserve to have. So thank you all so much for watching. And if you have any other, those watching live or in the replays, if you've had any experience of like, this is how I settle myself, would love to hear that in the comments below. This is one way I settle myself, is warmth and sitting in a fuzzy chair and just staring at the window. Not in a checked out kind of way, but in a literally asking for clarity kind of way. So thank you so much, and we will see each other next time. Bye for now.